So this Saturday in Saudi Arabia is the 5v5 Queensbury versus Matchroom, and today I'm going to talk about the main event, which is Deontay Wilder versus Zhang. Now this is a massive fight in terms of the heavyweight division. Now I just want to start off by saying Deontay Wilder is Matchroom's captain, so what that means is if Deontay Wilder gets a win, it's 2 points instead of 1 point, and a KO is 4 points instead of 2 points. So there could be a lot relying on Deontay Wilder going into this main event here. And in terms of both Zhang and Deontay Wilder, this is essentially a must-win fight for both guys. If not, I don't know what happens with each guy's career. Now, Deontay Wilder is close to 40, I believe, and Zhang is 40. So, a loss here, your career's kind of done at that point. I don't know how they build back to it, if you know what I mean. Now, Deontay Wilder and Zhang have just fought the same opponent in Joseph Parker, and Zhang looked way better against Joseph Parker than what Deontay Wilder did. Now Deontay Wilder fought Joseph Parker on that Day of Reckoning card, and let's be honest, he looked crap. He looked really shit. He looked very hesitant in there. He looked to try and kind of box off the back foot against Joseph Parker, and that just isn't Deontay Wilder's game, as we know. So it wasn't a great look for him. And another thing to factor in is that, now I know Deontay Wilder says he wasn't overlooking him, but let's be honest, the whole build up for that Day of Reckoning card was AJ versus Wilder is going to be next, etc. So that might have been playing on his mind. Or maybe it's just the fact that Joseph Parker's kind of had this resurgence in his career working with Andy Lee, and he just outboxed him. He just out-skilled him in there, to be honest. Now, Zhang did drop Joseph Parker twice, in their fight, but did lose. I don't know if it was a split decision. I think it was, if I remember correctly. Now, I do believe that Joseph Parker won that fight. A lot of people were saying it could have been a draw, it could have went to Zhang. In my opinion, the right man got his hand raised in Joseph Parker, and I'm surprised they're not doing that rematch because there was a rematch clause in place. But anyway, let's talk about this fight. Both guys are arguably... Deontay Wilder is the biggest puncher in boxing history, in my opinion. Not many people are even come close to this guy, not Mike Tyson, etc. Deontay Wilder is a league of his own, and Zhang is probably there behind him, maybe him or AJ, in terms of punching power. Now, a lot of people, Zhang's the favourite going into this fight, and I can understand why. Obviously, just off the eye test and what they've done lately, Zhang looked better. Now, how I see this fight going is, I don't think this fight will end early. I see this fight being finished in the 7th or 8th round, so I do. Now, Zhang obviously is a southpaw, which will give Deontay Wilder a lot of problems in there. Southpaws are just trickier to fight. Plus, he's got a really accurate and powerful left straight as well. And he throws a nice right hook, which we've seen kind of catch Wilder in his fight against Luis Ortiz, who was also a southpaw. Yeah, so that is two shots that Wilder is really going to have to look out for. But a big hole in Zhang's game is he runs out of gas. This guy has probably one of the worst engines in the heavyweight division. He is a big guy, but it seems like he's been slimming down this week to come in here a bit fitter, to obviously try and carry on throughout the rounds. Obviously, Deontay Wilder, as we all know, is just a wrecking machine. This guy, right hand, will knock out anybody. That is kind of his thing. He goes in there and he knocks you out. Now, a lot of people shit on Deontay Wilder, saying technically he's crap, etc., which I do believe he is, but there are some good things that Deontay Wilder does in his game that I think will translate well into this fight against Zhang on Saturday night. Now, how I see this fight going, I see Zhang making it kind of rough and tough the first 3 rounds, lying on Deontay Wilder, using his weight. I think Zhang will win the first 4 or 5 rounds, pretty outboxing Wilder. However, I think it'll be a typical Zhang performance, and it'll be a typical Deontay Wilder performance where Zhang will then start to gas out, and Deontay Wilder at that point will have made some reads going into the fight. What I think Deontay Wilder does well is his jab isn't great, but it's a good rangefinder. Deontay Wilder sets up that right hand really well in certain fights. You've seen it. I think that jab, yes, it might not be technically great, but it is a good rangefinder for Deontay Wilder. Once he starts peppering out that jab a bit and he realises where the range is, that right hand will soon follow. Deontay Wilder obviously took ayahuasca in the last fight, said that Deontay Wilder was gone, the old one, but he kind of seems to be back. He seems to be really up for this fight here. I see Zhang fading in around the 5th and 6th round. Deontay Wilder will then have already started to make the reads. Deontay Wilder is awfully quick on his feet as well. He's very athletic. I don't think Deontay Wilder will get hurt by Zhang Zhang in the opening rounds. I do think he will get caught by a couple of shots, especially the right hook. I can see that landing for Zhang Zhang in there. However, in around the 6th and 7th round, when he starts the gas, Zhang is not a big mover. He's kind of a stationary target, and that is not a good trait to have when you're fighting Deontay Wilder. In and around the 7th or 8th round, Deontay Wilder will have found his range and will sooner or later crack Zhang with a right hand and knock him out. In my opinion, Deontay Wilder will knock out Zhang in around the 7th or 8th round. I cannot wait for this 5v5. The concept is incredible. The fights are incredible. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. Who do you think wins out of Zhang and Deontay Wilder?